So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode of Pageant Tea with Daily Joshie. So, we are streaming live at the Facebook page of Pageant Mogul. So, please do not forget to like our page. The interview will also be available later on my YouTube channel, The Daily Joshie. So, I encourage everyone to please subscribe to my channel. So tonight I am very happy to welcome a special guest. He is not just anyone, he is the one. He made history as the first Dutchman to win an alpha male international pageant all the way from Gorinchem, the Netherlands. Please welcome the 20th Manhunt International, Paul Luzineau. Hello. There we go.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Yes, how are you, Paul?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great, Paul. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to sit down with you tonight or this afternoon with you for a live Q&A.
It's my honor.
Yes, so because we are celebrating your first election anniversary as Manhunt International.
Yes, we do.
Yes, so
Year,
also go ahead.
it was 1 year ago.
Yeah, I think tomorrow will be the exact date of you winning. So besides that, of course, that's a very good achievement and milestone in your life. I heard that you have reached another milestone recently, I think yesterday. Would you care to share that with us?
I do. From 1 March, I will going to live in Emmen. It's a small city in north of the Netherlands, and I'm gonna live there with my girlfriend. So I have a new home over there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry he's taken
Take it,
and they
sorry.
got a new house. So he's off limits. Okay, so tonight we will be talking about your journey towards Manhunt International. So from beginning to end. And yeah, let's begin.
Yes.
So before you entered the world of pageantry, you were all already working as a model, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes. So how were you introduced to the modeling industry?
At that moment, I was still going to school. I was teaching to be a sport instructor, and it just came on my path. Um, Someone approached me through Instagram. He was asking me do you like to do modeling, and I was like, yeah, why not? I'm just gonna try it. And after that, after he asked me to do, it really went pretty fast. And I went to Italy, to Milan, to walk there on the fashion show and do other modeling stuff. And yeah, that was it. Yeah, it was very, yeah.
Okay, so at what age did you start modeling?
Around 17, 18 years old.
And you just turned 24, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah. So what was the biggest highlight of your modeling career so far?
In Milan, it was walking for Dolce Gabbana. It was a
Wow.
very, very beautiful show, runway show, and I had the honor to walk there. So yeah.
So as a model, what would you want to achieve in the future?
What I want to achieve with my modeling at the moment is I want to go to the Philippines. I want to go back to the Philippines again. I want to have fun, but also I want to work there. I want to do great experience besides work and also on work, and I just gonna see what happens there, and I hope it's gonna be a beautiful future ahead for me.
Hmm. Yes, I hope so too. So let's now talk about your stint at Misters of the Netherlands 2019. So first and foremost, how did you hear about Misters of the Netherlands?
I was scouted by our scouting team, and they asked me uh, uh, they asked me if I was interested to participate at the Mr. of the Netherlands, and I was like, yeah, why not? It's a great opportunity to do. So yeah, I started it, and I was invited to come to the castings.
Hmm. Hmm. So, can you actually recall what it was like during casting? Because I remember there were only five of you that made the cut during that first casting. So, what
Yeah,
was it like during the casting, and how did you feel when you officially became a candidate?
I was invited for the first casting then, and there was only 5 people. Yeah, and we had to presentate us as a model. So we had to walk through to the jury and introduce ourselves and answer some questions. It was it was like for 2 hours or something, or 1.5 hour, but in my head
Mm-hmm.
it felt like 10 minutes. Was like and it was over.
Mm-hmm.
And after that was a second group was invited, and all the boys who yeah going through this casting was the final.
Yeah. Okay. So, were you actually already familiar with the pageant industry before you joined Mr.
No,
Something?
I did. I didn't knew from the pageantry world. It's when I was invited to it, I was very interested in it. I really liked it. So yeah, I didn't was familiar with it, but it was very nice to become a part of the pageantry industry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you officially became a candidate and you were posted in the social media accounts of Misters of the Netherlands, what was it like? How did it boost your engagements? Did you get an influx of support immediately? What was it like for you?
Um, for my directly, yeah, my the people around me, they were very supportive, and they was like, yeah, go for it, Paul. We gonna encourage it. And yeah, I think first some people saw it as a joke. For me,
Mm-hmm.
they were a little bit laughery about it, but that's okay because everyone has their opinion, right? It's okay.
Yes.
But I think later on that I proved them something wrong. You can uh, encourage something with it. So I was very proud on that. But in the first, because it was not super familiar in the Netherlands, there were a little bit lavery about it, and that's okay. But later on, I proved them okay. It's something, and some
Mhm.
we introduce it more and we make it something bigger in the Netherlands.
Yeah, so I am aware that pageantry is like relatively new.
Hmm.
It's been going on for a couple of years, but also I've already had this impression that it's quite big as well. I mean, you have pageants here and there, and then with Misters of the Netherlands, it's already making a mark as something really serious in your country and
Yeah.
also in Europe, because I know that in Europe, people don't take pageantry really seriously.
Hmm.
So having like Misters of the Netherlands, showcasing that it's really something good. It has to be celebrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, how did you prepare for Misters of the Netherlands?
Um, how did I prepare? Um, Besides physically, like train and work out, getting as shredded as possible. Um, I trained like I trained like Googled and asked some stuff how pageantry works, and yeah, just I was looking for other finals, international finals, just learning from bigger stages.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so of course, watching your journey, you were somehow already like the guy to beat, right?
Uh,
But you did not only rely on that impression, because even though because it's still anyone's game, even though you're already making a mark, but you went above and beyond during when you were competing. So you actually promoted your social project, which is with let me, I hope I say that right. Is it Stitching Angel and Wings?
yeah, it wasn't charity. Yeah, it wasn't charity, and I know the bosses of the charity, if I say that correctly. And
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking like, yeah, it's a beautiful case to do, helping a charity. Besides, I'm doing Mr. of the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there were 16 of you. Let's say who actually who do you think actually was going if not you, who was going to like, who do you think was your biggest competition back then?
That's a hard question to ask me, but um, I think everybody who participated in Mr. of the Netherlands 2019 has their own strengths, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And um, so I can't say that one had to win besides me, or, I think everybody deserved it to win because everybody had their will to win. But
Mm-hmm.
that Lars and I, um, we won, and I think we promoted the Netherlands, yeah, correctly and the good way. So yeah, it's a hard question for me.
Yes, I know. Okay, so now on the finals night, of course, you had the whole day as well. How does it feel? Um, how did you feel competing during that night? It was like a big show, a
Uh,
great production. Yeah, I tuned in, so I watched it. It was a good show. How did it feel that finally you are on that stage that night?
it didn't feel like in competing. It felt like an happening and beautiful moment with the guys who are in the final with. It was an
Hmm.
yeah beautiful night, and at the moment we're like one team going on stage, off stage, celebrating backstage like we just did a dance. We're like, yes, boys. It was beautiful and very, yeah.
Yes. So watching the finals, you guys had a different format in electing the winners. So they elected first the group for the other title, which is Man of the World. So they had two runners up, and then Lars eventually won the title, and then they proceeded with awarding the one for Manhunt Netherlands. So you had your runners up, and then of course that the last spot. Can you recall how you felt? What were you thinking? What was on your mind
Um,
before they announced the winner?
I was very nervous, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Very nervous. I was like shaking, and I couldn't stand still. I was like, but yeah, a strange feeling that you are on stage, a lot of people are watching you, and you have so many nerves in your system. Yeah, it's not to describe how you feel. It's a strange feeling, but the
Mm-hmm.
relief when you win, when you hear your name, it's a beautiful moment as well. It's yeah, one
Mm-hmm.
lifetime moment. Yeah, very.
Yes, it was a very, very momentous night for you. So you actually also won special awards that night, right? So
Yeah.
can you share with us what those awards were?
Uh, if I Yeah, it was Mr. Best Catwalk, uh,
Mm-hmm.
charity, and that were my two. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, there was those two titles.
Okay, so after winning the title, how did you reward yourself?
Sorry, what do you mean by the question?
So you won. How did you reward yourself? How did you celebrate? Did you
Oh
get
yeah.
yourself anything?
Um, After that, we went. After the final, we went with the whole group and the family of the whole group. We went to an cafeteria downstairs in the no, not cafeteria, like a big room um, downstairs in the hotel where the final was, and we celebrated. We had a small party, and after that, we went home and we went to bed.
Okay, so before we proceed to the next part, to everyone who's watching, please just ask your questions. We're going to have like shout out segment later on, and we're going to address some of your questions if you have any. So just leave your comments, okay? So, Paul, now let's move forward towards your preparation for Manhunt International. So,
Yes.
after being elected as Mister of the Netherlands, what are the things you think you had to work on to prepare yourself for Manhunt
Um,
International?
yeah. I was a little bit childish. I was very hyper. I was a little bit ADHD type guy, you know? And I think I have to work on that part. I had to be more serious. I had to know. I had to know better what my purpose was for Manhunt, and I was winning. So with the president of the Netherlands, Ryan, I had to train that as well. Besides physically, and but that was the main problem I had to train on.
Mhm. Okay, so even though technically the Misters of the Netherlands 2019 was the first edition, you actually had a predecessor, which is Luca Terrien,
Hmm.
and he went on to compete at the 2018 edition of Manhunt International, and he placed second runner-up. So did you feel any pressure in maintaining a good placement for the Netherlands?
It didn't felt like pressure to end high on Manhunt International, but it gave me a boost to do a little bit better. And also, Luca was a little mentor for me. Besides we are
Mm-hmm.
on the same age, we are both 24, I think. He's 23, but so that he was a mentor for me. He couldn't learn me stuff. He's also a very nice gentleman as well. So I I at that time I could learn so much from him. It was very useful for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. So, yeah, you had more time to prepare compared to Luca because I believe Luca was just appointed a couple of weeks prior he competed, but he um, really brought pride for your country. So, of course, Manhunt International is the longest male pageant and modeling competition in the industry. So, do you think being an experienced model gave you an edge coming to Manhunt International?
I think it was a was an good point for me. It was useful for me that I had a little bit experience in the modeling industry because I had the how do you call it? The encourage no, I had wait there. It was useful for me because I had the experience in Milan to uh, to know and sorry, I have a little blackout. Wait.
Go ahead. Take a deep breath.
Oh,
Organize your thoughts and then
yeah, sorry.
go for it.
It was useful for me because I was a little bit experienced in the modeling. And yes, I think it was useful for Menon because it's a modeling uh, pageant.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think it was very useful. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, so you won Misters of the Netherlands in April of 2019, and during that time, the host country that was expected for Manhunt International was Vietnam. However, come June 2019, there was a big announcement. The organization, together with Vicent, the 2018 winner, flew to the Philippines, and there was a press conference where they formally announced that the next edition will take place in the Philippines. And I knew you were very vocal about wanting to compete in the Philippines. So, how did you feel when you heard about this?
I think it wasn't. I think honestly that the Philippines is a perfect country uh, to have a pageant held over there because it lives there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it felt so good when I heard it, and yeah, it was perfect. And I never been in Asia, so it was for me. It was like poof, perfect.
Yeah, so besides knowing that the Philippines is like the perfect place to have or to compete in a pageant, I mean, you get the full experience when you go here.
Hmm.
What about it? What is it about the Philippines that you like that made you want to go here in the first place, besides the pageant community?
Uh, I, also, it wasn't a familiar place for me, the Philippines and the whole Asia, and I was so what do you call it? I was so looking forward to it to see the country and everything around it. It's not only the people, also the people, of course, because the people in the Philippines are so lovable. They are so very nice, and yeah, the whole thing, the whole experience. I was so looking forward for that.
Okay, so when that announcement was made, of course, the wait to compete or the buffer to compete took a little bit longer. So, how did you maximize the remaining months preparing for the competition?
I trained really hard. Trained 7 days a week, sometimes two times a day. And besides physically, I was preparing with the president of Mr. Netherlands, Ryan, and
Hmm.
he knows the game. He's smart, and he was a good mentor for me. And we just like studied previous finals of Manhunt. What's smart to do? What's not smart to do? What's how is what is good to presentate you. Yeah, we are every weekend we were like practicing the catwalk and how I have to presentate me to the people, and not like it's not fake how I presented it. I was like, um, how can I encourage to do better? You understand?
Yes, yes, I know. So, I know. Yes, Ryan was really making sure that you come in prepared, you get the support that you need, and you've had a lot of TV guestings, right? Before
Yeah,
flying to the Philippines.
yeah,
Yes, so they were really eager to get that support from their countrymen before flying to Manhunt International. So
yeah.
also prior flying to the Philippines or like months before competing, did you become acquainted with other contestants that are going to Manhunt International? And if you can recall, who are they?
Um, Before the final, I met Enid from Belgium
Yes.
already. It was such a nice guy. He's on the same age, same level, same thoughts. It was such a nice guy, and I can
Hmm.
really look with him. Besides that, I spoke with Ben from the UK, and
Hmm.
I spoke also a little bit with Vincent, but because he is the previous winner, I couldn't like talk a lot with him. But yeah, I think, and also a little bit with Elvir, but yeah, it went past it also a little bit. But yeah, that were the main characters that I spoke with a little bit before, man.
Hmm. Yes, and prior going, or at least I think 2 months before going to the Philippines, you were in an accident, right?
I,
Yes, I
I
can.
was, I was in with my scooter and with a car and my scooter. Then I fell on my head, and I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a scar anymore. I'm happy with that. But I fell on my, how do you call it? I don't know, on the side of my face, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it left some nasty scratches, but it healed pretty nicely. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, so I was really nervous for you. I remember this because this happened a week after my birthday.
Yeah,
And yeah, you owed me a video during that time, and then I got the news that you were in an accident. So I mean, getting a scar like a few months before competing, I think you must have felt really scared or nervous about it healing, right?
yeah, I was, but it healed correctly and good.
Yes. Yeah.
It was a big relief for me.
Yeah, so now going to Manhunt International, on your way to the Philippines, there was another roadblock that you encountered along the way.
It
So
was,
would you mind sharing with us what happened on your way here?
yeah, yeah. I'm happy to tell. Listen, we went from the Netherlands to Turkey, and at Istanbul airport, we um, we lost a little bit time, and we missed our plane from Turkey, Istanbul, to the Philippines, Manila. So we were Ryan and I were so stressed because we thought our luggage was on the plane, but we didn't. But after a long, long night, we our luggage was at our airport, and we got some new tickets to Manila. And but yeah, at that point, at that moment, I was so stressed out, and was don't want to talk about it after the.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember it so clearly. But good thing is you traveled a week prior the competition proper, so at least if the your luggage went missing, you still had time to recover it. But at least you recovered it that fast. So now you arrived to the Philippines. What did you do in that first week?
At the first week, no, after the first day after landing, we um, take a time for ourselves, just relaxed, acclimate to the time difference, and after 1 or 2 days, we went on with our training, doing a little photo shoots, doing catwalk actions, and also I wanted to see Manila because I knew that when I started the with with the treasure with the week of Manhunt, I was focusing on like winning as well, but also enjoying, but also on winning. So I couldn't see
Mm-hmm.
Manila. So at the first week, I just wanted to see Manila for what it was, see the people, see the city, you know. So yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, so now the competition proper lasted for 1 week, so you guys definitely had a jam-packed schedule. So you had a lot of sponsor visits, right? And what was the most memorable part during that week before the finals?
Poof, that's a hard question. The whole week, like such a nice moment, and when I'm thinking about it, I just want to go back, you know, with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to call one moment, it was the time we went to Canyon Cove.
Yes.
The guys enjoying over there, doing a photo shoot at the beach was so beautiful, and we had the privilege to see also the landy, the nature of the Philippines besides
Mm-hmm.
Manila, you know. And I really
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you also had the shoot for the national costume there, right? And you came dressed up as the popular windmills of the Netherlands. So it's like something different than what I usually see pageant candidates wear in pad in competitions. So what made you decide to go for it?
Um, the First of all, the colors were our national color is orange, as like my mole at the back of on my back. And besides that, I have the colors of the flag of the Netherlands:
Mm-hmm.
red, white, and blue. And we wanted to do something special. That's why we created a fancy windmill. So that was our plan, and I think it came really nice. It was different, and yeah, it was nice. I liked it.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So, you also had the press event during, I think the first few days. So you had the fashion show where you guys were formally introduced to the pageant press of the Philippines. So, how did that night go for you?
Um, I was a little bit nervous because I knew there was a lot of press, and they wanted to ask some questions, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
when I went on stage with the guys, yeah, we were killing it and like just going for it. But after that, we had the questions, and I was nervous. And yeah, they asked me some questions. I don't remember exactly what they asked me, but I knew at that moment that Greece, Brazil, and I had to come forward, and it was a very, yeah, nervous moment for me. I can remember that.
Mm-hmm. I do recall that moment. I've kind of forgotten what the question was. But I think I remember you guys being asked, how would you promote Manhunt International in your country,
Yes.
right? Yeah, I recall. I remember that. I remember that. Yeah. So I think the three of you being called, I think solidified that the three of you somehow were like really the pegs to win.
Um, yeah, I think the people thought that us three were the front runners, and yeah, before starting at Manhunt, we were going up and down with the three of us. So yeah,
Mhm.
I wanted um, and confirming what is there more than only the beauty? Do they also have the brain a little bit? You know, I think
Yeah.
that was, yeah, the reason for that.
Mhm. So, come the finals night, you competed in a couple of segments. You guys were introduced. You had to walk on swimwear twice and formal wear. Um, how did it feel like competing during that night? So, the culmination of everything that you've waited for more than a year.
I was so hyped. I was just enjoying the moment. It was it went like, and it was over. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed so much, and it was such a beautiful moment. Also with the guys, it was truly beautiful. The final, and I think the whole final was beautiful. Everyone killed it. It was beautiful. I really liked it.
Yes. And you came in so confident, and I saw that you didn't show any sign of nerves. You were hitting your poses really well. You knew how to smile. All of us were screaming. You know that. And then, of course, you got trimmed down to the top 16 and you had to walk on formal wear, of course.
Yeah.
When you guys were already trimmed down to 16, did you feel like you already had it in the bag?
No, I didn't. Purpose. Um, Especially at the moment of the last 16, I was the last person to come. They recalled me as the last one, so I was
Mhm.
very nervous at that moment. and also with the top five. Um, it came a little bit as shocking, you know, because also all the guys were so strong, and
Mhm.
two spots besides me was Elvir. I saw him in the corner of my eyes, and it was like, yeah, who's gonna win? Maybe I, maybe another, you know. Yeah, it was so. Yeah, I was such a nervous moment.
Yeah, so I was actually going to ask you about that when all the runners up were called. What was going through your mind? you
Yeah,
know, also watching the competition, I was like, oh my gosh, who is going to win this? Because I had you and I also had Elvir, so like who's who's gonna win this? I mean, because also props to Elvir. He really had a good performance also that night. He was enjoying, just like you, he was hitting his poses. So I was kind of sad that he did not got in the top five, but it was announced that he placed six, so that's good for him.
yes,
And then, of course, finally, Mr. Roscoe announced that Manhunt International is the Netherlands. So, what was going through your mind?
I was so proud. You know, I was so proud to make my family and Ryan proud, because we everybody had their own part in making this dream come true, you know? And it was a big relief to win this competition. I was so proud of it. And I knew my family back home was also very proud. And you could tell that Ryan was also proud. Yeah, it was it's such a big relief. I was so happy.
Yes, it's a momentous moment for the Misters of the Netherlands organization. On its first year, they bring home an international crowd and a major one. So,
Yeah,
yeah, that's really great. And of course, knowing Ryan, he's been on a lot of pageants as well prior Manhunt International, and finally he got the title. So that's really great.
yeah,
So after winning, of course, you stayed, I think, another week in the Philippines, right?
yeah. Yes,
Yeah. So what were you doing during that week? Were they manhunt related? What else did you do?
it was Manhunt related. But first, um, the day uh, after the final, I have to say it correctly. After the final of Manhunt International, we had a little after party. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't make it like super late. After that, the day after, I had a photo shoot with the top five. We
Mm-hmm.
had a good talk with Sir Roscoe, of course, and we had an interviews and photo shoots, like Manhunt related stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. And also, I do recall you had a TV guesting for a major network here, which is ABS-CBN, and it was for ABS-CBN Sports, I believe. I'm sorry if I don't know the specific show. It was with Diane Castillejo, right?
yeah,
And you were with also Manhunt UK, Ben Spong. So, um, what was it about? What was the segment about?
yeah. They were asking questions about Manhunt. Like the final, like the preparings, but because this is a sports program, they were very interested, like how I participated, I prepared, sorry, for Manhunt. So yeah, that
Yeah, so the show is called Sports You. According
for
to this is Joanne, if you see in the screen. So this is Joanne. Thank you, Joanne.
thank you.
Okay, so what did you like most about coming to the Philippines?
Uh, the thing I most like is the people. Like it's so different than here in the Netherlands. Um, the people in the Philippines are warm. They are lovable. They're giving so much love to us because we are different. We yeah. they're so nice, you know. And that's the main thing I really liked about the Philippines.
So after winning, what were your expectations like just with everything
My expectations
moving forward? Yeah.
were highly. Uh, I thought like when I arrived in the Netherlands, I could work more as a model. Also, not only in the Netherlands, but also in Europe, maybe farther than Europe, you know. And I wanted to
hmm
promote for Manhunt. I wanted to go and let the world know who's Manhunt International for, yeah. But then COVID
I,
19.
yeah, so because I've spoken to Jeff. So
Mm-hmm.
hello, Jeff. I hope you're watching, Jeff. They did plan. They were excited for you. They were planning like they wanted you to have a good reign. Because unfortunately, of course, with Vicent, he didn't really get to travel much. He only went to the Philippines to promote Manhunt. So they were like aiming for you to have a good experience during your reign. But yeah, unfortunately, a global pandemic happened. So you actually made history again, mentioning this as the first man in the Netherlands to win a major international pageant. So what was it like for you when you came back to the Netherlands?
Um, Actually, I thought everybody of my family was at work, and I was like a little bit cocky about it. I was like, I did this, and nobody's gonna be at the airport. But as a surprise, everybody was there. Also, two news programs were there, so it was a big happening. I was so excited. I was like, no, everybody's here.
Yeah, so that's good. I actually saw that clip from the Misters of the Netherlands Instagram. So yeah, unfortunately, after a few weeks upon your election, the whole world stopped due to a global pandemic.
Yeah,
How did this affect your life?
I, I, I think it's nah. It yeah, it affected my life pretty much. Also because I also had in mind to travel a lot for Manhunt, travel to countries for Manhunt, you know, um,
hmm
and maybe it's still gonna happen.
Yes,
Yeah,
fingers crossed.
yeah. Who knows?
Yes, yeah.
Uh,
Because ladies and gentlemen, for your information, when because Paul won Manhunt International, he also got a modeling contract with Mercator, which is like one of the modeling agencies here in the Philippines. So actually, if the pandemic did not happen, you were expected to travel back to the Philippines as early as April, as right?
yeah, they uh, uh, they, sorry, they wanted me to be there on April 18. Uh,
hmm
so yeah, it was a little preparation here in the Netherlands again, see my family, and after that, I had to fly to the Philippines, back to the Philippines. So
hmm
that was my expectations, but yeah,
hmm
it didn't come true.
Yes. So also your country is on a second lockdown, right?
Yep.
So when this happened, there were protests. So a little bit of serious question here. So what are your thoughts about your country being placed on a second lockdown, and what are your thoughts about the protests that happened during that time?
I don't approve the people who are uh, protest to the government. You know, everybody can have their own opinion, but you have to accept the rules in your country. Don't
hmm
like we did here. I think it's stupid to do that. Uh,
hmm
I can understand that the rules are, yeah, annoying, but there's a pandemic and you have to accept the rules clearly.
Yeah,
No
very
discussion.
well said. Yes. Okay, so even before like the second lockdown happened, the Misters of the Netherlands competition um, had their casting, sorry, and for the 2021 edition. So I think it was September of 2020. And the current edition has been the talk of the town in the world of pageantry because it has gotten bigger. So there are 44 candidates now compared to 16 during your time, and you were also a judge during the casting. So on that day, what exactly was were you looking for when you were screening the candidates because you were a judge, right?
I wasn't judge, and I was looking for a strong man who can fulfill the part of I did a little bit for the Netherlands. I was looking for my successor. Uh,
Yes.
I think we have 44 beautiful, strong men, and it's going to be a hard one when the final is there. So I think we did a good job in the casting with the judges, but now it's on the boys. We will see at the finals.
Yes. So what are your current impression with this batch?
This batch. I think they are very strong. They are motivated. It's a good batch, and we. I think we have potential winners also international, and we will see. They can happen so much through the time of to the final. So can't say a lot about it, but we will see at the finals, of course.
Yeah. So I mean 44 gorgeous men, and I think they're all ready for to compete on the international level. I mean, as a pageant enthusiast, I'm also having a hard time doing hot picks because oh my gosh, just everyone is so good. So it breaks my heart whenever I do that. And I heard that for this year's edition, there will be two finals due to the pandemic, but one finals and then they're going to choose a top 20 and then another finals for the top 20. So, what are your thoughts about this new format?
Uh, we have to be creative in this pandemic, and I think there's a great solution for it. Um, we're gonna do what we have to do with the organization to make it a beautiful final for the guys, and
Mhm.
and if we do it like two finals, I think there's a good solution for also to follow the rules here in the Netherlands with the pandemic. So yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, so before you end your reign as Mr. of the Netherlands, what is something that you would like to accomplish?
Um, at the moment,
Or Manhunt International. Let's already talk on that level. So what would you like to accomplish during your reign?
I want to make memories. I, 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 I have to. I still have to go to the Philippines, and I want to really enjoy my time over there.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
besides work, of course, but I really want to enjoy my time over there. Besides that,
Hmm.
I wanna have a great time here in the Netherlands. I just have a new home with my girlfriend, and I just want to make memories. I think
Yes.
I I have some great things that I've done, and now I'm just gonna focus a little bit more on myself and enjoying time with my family and friends, and start making memories, I guess.
Yeah. So I do remember that. Sorry, you were the last guy to be elected in an international pageant before the pandemic. So
Oh,
yeah, it's very unfortunate that this happened. But at least you got the title. You worked so hard for it, and I'm very happy that you did. So, congratulations! And it's been a year. I know it's been a roller coaster for you, and we're really looking forward to see you here again in the Philippines. So, let's look at the comments and probably give a shout out to a few people that are tuned in.
yes.
So, we have from DM Despa Biladeras. I remember DM.
I
She's one of your biggest supporters when you were here.
How are you? I can't see the all the reaction, but
Yeah.
fine and hello.
Okay. Thank you so much, DM, for tuning in. And then next is Lexi Toledo de Lisai. Oh, she's one of my best friends. So thank you so much for tuning in. She says hi.
Hi Lexi, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fine. And big kisses from the Netherlands.
Thank you, Lexi. And ooh, from Misters of the Netherlands, sending us lots of love. I'm very happy that we have a couple of people tuning in. This guy, Anel Mehik, he is first runner up at Mr. Switzerland. So, hi, Anel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. And then we have, okay, I can, let's see, Paul
That's
Oil,
a of me.
Oilenka. Yeah, he says, hi, Paul.
Hey Paulus, there's a friend of me. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much, other Paul. We have Fritz.
Hello,
Fritz is one of my
Fritz.
friends as well. You met Fritz?
Mhm.
He has lots of photos with you.
Yeah, thank you for
Hello,
tuning.
Fritz. Mm. Next, Petra Bryston.
Hello Petra.
Thank you so much, Petra, for tuning in. Next, we have San,
It's my
San.
uncle.
Hello! I can't read what he's saying.
Calling me a man, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's my uncle. Oh, in Frans.
Mhm. So thank you so much for tuning in. Who's next? Romy van der
Romy,
Gallion.
hoi Romy. Bedankt voor het
And then,
kijken.
okay, we have John Mark saying
Hello.
hi to you, sending you lots of love. And then I have a familiar name here. Ryan knows her. Miss Mars Farinius, Austria. So I've worked with Miss Mars at Man of the World. She's also the sponsor for Man of the World. Ryan knows her, so thank you so much, Madame Mars, for tuning in. And then, yeah, let's just go through all of this.
That's my
J-
grandma.
oh my gosh. Hello, Grandma.
Hello.
You have a very supportive family.
Zitten.
Okay, hello also to Hannah Farinius Martin, sending us lots of love.
Hello,
She's
Hannah.
one of my friends as well.
Thank you.
Okay, oh, a question from Misters of the Netherlands. What are you looking for in your successor?
What I'm looking for my successor is I wanna have a successor who is confident about themselves and can presentate themselves strong and confident to not only the judges but other people. I wanna have a successor who can um, inspire people to do some good, and
Mhm.
we are looking for I'm looking for a gentleman with class, and they all 44 are, so that I'm looking.
Yes. Okay, next one we have from Joanne. Miss you, Josh and Paul. Oh, I miss you too, Joanne.
I will,
See you soon.
I will come back.
Yeah. Okay, we have a question from Fritz. As a professional trainer, what would you advise for us beginners on how we keep motivated?
um what I will advise you is to do something you like. Start with small steps. Don't think uh, um, don't don't think you will have to change completely to start with something new. Just start with the little things, and then it's gonna be bigger and bigger, and then you can gonna see progress in your own work.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so hello. Brian Christopher Purissima says hi.
Hello, Brian.
One of my good friends as well. Okay. Ooh, interesting. We have the current Manhunt Brazil. Hindison Baltasar tuning in. Hello, Hindison.
Hello. Thank you
Yes,
for.
I think that's muito obrigado, Hindison.
Oh, 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 oh.
Abrazo. Okay, so we have another question from Fritz. What's the best part in joining Manhunt International, and what's next for you, Paul?
What is the best part of joining Manhunt International? I think the best part of this all of Manhunt International is meeting such a lovely group of people and the experience to present you as Manhunt of your country international and great experience. And what's for me next is I have to work in my new home, that's for sure. But after that,
Mhm.
I hope I can travel and work in the Philippines, and it's a little start and do over for me when I'm back in the Philippines.
Okay, so next, let's just go over everyone because I'm very grateful we have people tuning in. So, just show a little bit of appreciation. Hello, TJ Padua. TJ Padua is Mr. Quezon City. So, the city that I live in. So, thank you, TJ.
Thank you for tuning in, TJ.
Um, we have Alfonso Cordova saying hi.
Hello, hello, Alfonso. How are you doing?
Sending us lots of love. Together with DM again. Hello, DM.
Only love.
Yes. Oh, this one. Fikwiri. What a meaningful conversation. I believe Fikwiri is the one that creates the sketches, right?
Right. I
On
don't.
Instagram. The artwork that has been.
Of course.
I think Fikwiri is the one, if
Yeah.
I recall correctly. So, yes, he says hi
Yeah. He
and
is
hope
from.
you guys are staying healthy and safe. And he dropped his, I believe it's his Instagram
Yeah.
handle. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for tuning in
Thank you
and
for
amazing work.
and thank you
Me,
from the paintings. I really
yes.
appreciate.
Fikiri, if you're still watching this, maybe you could draw me as well. Okay, someone from the Netherlands, Timothy Von Twies.
Bondhuis.
Von Ties, okay.
Bro,
Bro. What's up, bro?
what's up, bro? My cat.
Okay. We have a question from Brian. How are you going to motivate men to be the best versions should they join a pageant?
Um, how are you going to motivate men to be at their best, at their version? Stay by yourself. I think that's one of the most main reasons to be the best version of yourself. Stay close to yourself. Don't be too cocky. Just be nice, be friendly, and try to help people as well in the pageant, in your contest. Don't think only on the winning. Also try to enjoy, and I think yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Okay. So Fikiri answered back, yes, it's me. Okay, I could draw you too, Joshie. I'm counting on it. So follow me on Instagram at underscore daily Joshie. Paul, I'm in Paul's story right now, so you can just follow me there. I'll follow you back.
that.
Okay, so We have another question from Federico Jordan. Oh my gosh, you can't even see my face anymore with this question. Okay. Hi, Paul. We all know that you are too handsome, and for sure, you have lots of fans. Can you tell if you ever have an outrageous fan, and how did you handle them?
Um, no, I don't think I have two outrageous fans. I just tell them what my boundaries are, and I hope that fans accept them and respect them. And if they don't, I just gonna block them. Simply as that. Because I don't
Okay.
have positivity in my life and don't want the negative stuff. So yeah.
Okay, so next one we have from Ben Jandok. Hi, Paul.
Hello Ben, I know you from Ice Skin, so I don't forgot about it.
Yes, he's one of the sponsors, right?
Yes, he is.
Yes, Ice Kid. And yeah, I saw that he shared a photo when he bumped into you in the mall before even Manhunt started.
Yes,
So I know everything. Okay, yes, Ice Skin misses you in Manila.
I miss his Ice Skin. I wish. Hopefully, I will be back the second half of this year, but
Mhm,
we will see. We will. I hope. Let's pray for that.
mhm. Hi, Sir Ben. Baka naman. Okay, and then last one we have from Joanne again. Hopefully, you'll come back sooner, Paul. So, yeah, me
We will
too.
see, and I hope so as well. So,
Yeah, so, oh my gosh, we have been live for more than an hour now. So, again, thank you so much, Paul. Do you have any final words for us before we end this live stream?
first of all, I want to thank everybody who tuning in to take the time to listen to us. Besides that, I want to invite you to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Paul Luzineau, it's my name, and also Manhunt International page for more content the of me, of the whole pageantry of Manhunt International, and of course of Pageant Mogul. So follow those three accounts on Facebook and Instagram, and I really appreciate it if you would.
Yes, thank you so much for promoting my page, our page. So I'm a co-admin of Pageant Mogul. So it's facebook.com/Pageant Mogul. And on Instagram, it's at pageant_mogul. And for more content about Misters of the Netherlands, the current batch, I have written interviews there from the other candidates. You could get to know them more because I will also be sitting down with them, you guys, and you can tune in back and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the Daily Joshie. This live stream will be posted there as well, and you can watch it, go back. Yeah, and I want to thank everyone who tuned in. This is episode one of Pageant Tea with Daily Joshie. I wish everyone from the Philippines a good night, and everyone in the Netherlands a good rest of your Sunday afternoon. So thank you so much. Bye.
Bye bye.